She poked and prodded, going over every inch of the lifeless body. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on! Hey, Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
Nanda.
Oh, I have no idea. Just another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll stay with her and keep an eye out on her. Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya? And I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought us to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. Come on, let's go in. In the archives, maybe? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here? Yeah, I was right. It all makes sense when you're inside. Whoa, there's so many books and files. And so much dust, too. I don't want to say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. If you're paying attention to your surroundings, I'm sure you'll be able to discover that value for yourself. Okay. There's so many files. Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Dai or something? No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. You mean the lizards? If you're ready to be disappeared for, take a look. There's some interesting people in there. You're kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. You have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh? Sure. That's my porn. Without making a sound, I returned the file to the shelf. If you're thinking about looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those files filled with graphic and disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files are the investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh. Anything else? Whatever's right there. Underneath the lamp. Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before. So you have a problem with that lamp. It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Fair enough. Right here. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although judging from the smudges and the dust, it looks like there's something inside. Something kind of coiled around, like a snake. Wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. Oh yeah. So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified governmental documents, so police reports, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right? That's your guy's problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your pre-convinced reality, you label it as a lie. Well, it's not that. It's just, it's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show how much Hosting Academy truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted us to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things that are usually impossible. What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple, those don't exist anywhere in my world. Or in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the true nature of anything. You don't pull your own punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. But hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents more than once? But all this has to be like top secret, confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this in our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Tagami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible? I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will.
I will become the god of this new world.
But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed the specific file from the shelf. This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Oh. Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise. The best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended. The only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media has ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. So did you, apparently. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim? That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple. The culprit isn't a copycat. It's the real Genocide Jack. Or it could be you. That's right, there is evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then Genocide Jack really is such a brutal fiendish killer is walking around among us. Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become a part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look? A look at what I've already seen. You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two. If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Okay. Bayaki, about the Genocide Jack case file, could you let me see it? Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Bayaki handed me the file and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos of the scene of each crime had all been collected. Ow! That looks painful. The names of Genocide Jack victims ran off for several pages. Hold on. I'm gonna read a bit of this. The murder took place in a parking lot in the victim's apartment complex. The victim suffered multiple stab wounds across his body, believed to have been inflicted with the same scissors that were later used to attach the victim to the wall. The victim suffered from two different victims. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Shoji Gakko, 23. Kano Ize, 14. 14?! There was no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read it. All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in the exact same way. That looks super painful though, like, ow! And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page? Profiling results? All the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. No. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely that there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect potentially suffers from dissociative identity disorder. Oh boy, and I've had some experience with that. And I was right. The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. Split personality, like the kind of thing you see on TV. So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up till now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb. Alright, we should get going soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Wait. Byakuya. As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word, and I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of a sudden like that? Come on. Enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think that we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own. Well, goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I discovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack. He's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find that out no matter what. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. Okay, hold on. You gotta get another soda. Or something. Water. Yeah, cold water, because my throat is killing me. That's refreshing. Anyway. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go to investigate one more time. Yeah. The others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. Yeah, find out everything I can. Okay, to the crime scenes. Oh, let's talk to him. Ding ding ding, Ifumi discovered some evidence revealing the identity of the culprit. Another stat increase for me. Evidence, what'd you find? I cannot reveal that just yet. But I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Oh yeah, Miss Ludenberg said she witnessed something worthwhile too. Really? What'd she see? She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes. Right? Okay, so where's Celeste now? The warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time, not there. What's it gonna be? Okay, let's go check out the, okay, never mind. Blood St. The big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable, too. A girl's locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. That's because you'd find it in the boys' locker room, and that's where it was before. But it was switched with whatever the hell was in here, or it was just taken down and put in here because there was blood on it. Hold on. Then that would mean that the crime scene was in the boys' locker room, but she Chihiro's a girl, but I know that Chihiro's actually a trap, so did he have access to... Chihiro's a trap, so... maybe the E-handbook said that he was a guy, so he went to the boys' locker room with someone, and then was killed there, and then the killer moved everything over to here. But that makes me wonder, who the hell is the killer? Because if it's supposed to be Genocide Jack, then that would mean it would have to be Toko, but Toko's a girl and she would not have access to the boys' locker room. So, the only other person that actually, like, knew about, Genocide Jack's style is, well, Tagami, so maybe it's him. But why would Chihiro want to, go work out with Tagami? Of all people to work out with. Whatever, I'll figure it out soon enough. Already checked that. Okay, let's talk to Kyoko. Hey Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation? Generally speaking. But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
So?
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But before I go, please let me give you a piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time. Thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts. That's it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing? That's definitely worth worrying about. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time? I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? The rope has a... It's the extension cord Tagami used. Or Bayaku. I'm just gonna call him Tagami for now. A plug. Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. The more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's injury was the blow to the head. Which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right, there's the issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. At first I didn't see any reason to think too much about it either. Seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack, yes, I see it. The victims were suspended by the scissors being stuck into the wall, and they were stabbed, not, like, knocked over the head. The victims of the Genocide Jack cases were stabbed and were attached to the wall by scissors. So, if this was really Genocide Jack, would they really, like, trail off of their signature? What does this all mean? Well, the one thing that most likely ties all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. And to figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help me to look over the Genocide Jack case file one more time. Well, I already know what it is. It's the goddamn extension cord Tagami used. Okay, let's talk to Sakura. Chihiro's presence here was especially weak, the body and soul. To target such a helpless being, it's unforgivable. What a wretched beast to do such a thing. I cannot forgive this. I've already seen this. I think we should check the boys' locker room. Aha! The poster. This poster? It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite fit in the boys' locker room. Oh, but wait, this reminds me. If the poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. And in the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. So the posters have been switched. So if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker room. Sakura and Hina, most likely. Now, I just want to say this right here. I think that, I know that Chihiro's a trap, obviously, but, he would have had access to this place. He would have had access to the locker room. So, he was killed here, in this locker room, and whoever the killer is, moved everything around, switched everything up, including the carpet. Like what even is that? Okay, so, switch the carpet, switch the poster, switch everything that made it look like, made this look like the crime scene, with the girls' locker room, for some reason. And made it look like a Genocide Jack scene to frame Coco, who I think is Genocide Jack. Or I could be wrong. I don't know. Anyway, there's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Hey, I know the correct thing that'll get that out. OxyClean.
Hi, Billy Mays here for OxyClean.
Let's go talk to Sakura about this. Spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura? I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay, then, let me ask you something. Do you think the poster in the boys' and girls' locker rooms have been switched? Sorry, I can't really say. I've never paid any attention to the posters. I see.
Sorry.
But there is something that's bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a lot of protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee?
Oh.
It's in the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee, and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room, and it left a stain. A stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet now. Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. Wait, do you think there's OxyClean in this place? But still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain here to begin with? It's because the carpets were switched. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Okay, let's go talk to Celeste. There she is. Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to this case? I knew you were gonna ask me that. I thought I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Then you did find something. Very well, I will tell you, and only you. Last night I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse. What? Really? This was right before nighttime.
あら、こんな時間にこんな場所で何をなさっているのですか？
What are you doing out this late?
ちょっと
Oh, I was just...
トレーニングでも始めるおつもりですか？
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
なんで
What?
わかったの？
How did you know?
スポーツバッグからはみ出していますわよ。青いジャージの袖が。
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out from that duffel bag you're carrying.
本当だ。ありがとう。
Oh, you're right, thanks.
じゃあ、急いでるから行くね。
Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry. Huh. She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
そうですわね。
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this would ever happen. You get what you deserve, I suppose. So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there's no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste saw during Chihiro. Trash room? Maybe? Trash room, maybe? Let's go check the trash room. Okay, never mind. Never mind, then it must be somewhere else. Where else could you dump something off? Laundry room? Maybe? Let's check all of this. Oh, I guess it's not here. Well, time to check to a bunch of different places. Wait, actually, hold on. Let's go back to the locker rooms. Maybe we should have confessed our embarrassing secrets after all. Damn it, I'm sorry, Chihiro. It's all because I wasn't strong enough. Man, a real, very, hitting the head on the nail with the guy, hitting the head on the nail theme of this case is getting stronger. What's up with that? Anyways, that's what, with this chapter. That's what it seems. I should be more specific. This chapter, not this case. I'm not sure what the hell this case is. Oh, Hina, how's Toka doing? Same as before. She won't come out, and she just keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her?! My head was all swimmy, and I was swimmy. And I was getting pretty hungry. Oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, why are you eating? A donut, of course! Of course? There's two things I'm sure God created: outer space and donuts! Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that's was one of her... Something to think about. Who did spend time with her? Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something earlier, similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused. Yep, it's true, and it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know, she talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird? Weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite? Oh wait, maybe she was used to guys spoiling her, though us says you can't. Okay. Oh god. Time for the class trial. I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's the moment you've all been waiting for, the class trial. You remember where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon. Begin the class trial, or it's about to begin. The red door is right through here. Ahem, so is everyone ready, or to what? Am I blind, or are we missing someone? Yeah, Toko's not here. And Toko is... Really don't remember? Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time. Okie dokie, I'll just go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. And just like he said a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible. Whew. So now everyone's here, right? Okay then, first hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there. So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderous fiend is one of us. Someone standing right here. Let's get on with it. We have no choice, right? We have to do this. Yes. I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked towards the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions. Couldn't stop speculating. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated! Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good. You're raring to go. What the hell that said? Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all. Okay then, let's get the show on the road. Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so, the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate. A deadly class trial.